Pics show just how far out hippies were. On August 15th, 1969, more than 400,000 young people made their way to a dairy farm in the town of Bethel, New York, for the Woodstock Music and Art Fair. Peace and music was the mantra that echoed through Woodstock Festival as 32 iconic musical acts took to the stage. More than just a show, this event captured perfectly the rebellious spirit of 60s America. It's since become an emblem marking an entire generation's attitudes towards life. Getting there wasn't easy, though. With thousands flocking to the small New York town, the roads became jam-packed, and many abandoned their vehicles to set out on foot. A young man with head injuries who was thrown from the trunk of a car on the road leading to Woodstock. Ambulances were unable to reach the scene because of the traffic. Organizers of Woodstock told authorities they were expecting only 50,000 people to show up. They were hugely mistaken. The influx of visitors flooded the rural area, causing New York Governor Nelson Rockefeller to consider mobilizing the National Guard. Such a critical situation forced Sullivan County to declare an emergency state. Despite the gigantic gathering of people, Woodstock is remembered for being a remarkably peaceful event. On the third day of Woodstock, the legendary Jimi Hendrix memorized and captivated audiences with his virtuosic performance. After more people arrived than expected, organizers agreed to offer admission free of charge. Everyone shared in an atmosphere of love and harmony. There was nothing but good vibes all around. Max Yasker, the landowner of where Woodstock was held, expressed his thoughts on the tranquil ambience present during that time. If we join forces with them and use what's going wrong in America today to our advantage, I see nothing but a brighter future full of hope and serenity ahead. After a successful Woodstock Music and Art Fair on their property, Max and Miriam Yasker posed for a photo amidst the aftermath. The festival hosted a slew of iconic names, including performances by Jimi Hendrix, Joan Baez, who was 6 months pregnant at the time, Santana, the Grateful Dead, The Who, and Jefferson Airplane, to name a few. On the right, Joe Cocker mesmerizes thousands of Woodstock attendees with his performance. Carlos Santana and David Brown enthrall audiences on day 2, while Janis Joplin rocks out later in the afternoon. The Who effortlessly follows up performances from Sly and the Family Stone, Creedence Clearwater Revival, and The Grateful Dead to complete an unforgettable weekend. On the third day, David Crosby of Crosby, Stills and Nash serenades an enthusiastic audience with his unmistakable voice. Recreational drug use wasn't uncommon either. Music aficionados seek solace in a grass hut under the sign that beckons them to enjoy some marijuana. Many of the attendees banded together to help feed and care for their fellow concertgoers. At the legendary Woodstock Festival, 2 women provided medical care to attendees. 2 lives were sadly taken, one due to a heroin overdose, and another when an unfortunate individual was run over by a tractor while asleep. On the more positive side of things, 2 babies were born at the event. Workers raced around with supplies dropped off via helicopter in order to address any medical issues or emergencies that arose during this music-filled affair. After 3 days of peace and music, leaving the festival wasn't that easy either. Hundreds of ecstatic fans congest the road away from Bethel, New York, as they attempt to depart Woodstock. Neither was cleaning up. A woman diligently sweeps up the remnants left behind by concertgoers, taking care to restore her street back to its pristine condition outside of her home. Or forgetting the amazing things that can happen when people join together in the spirit of peace, love, and music.